So we are a bit early. So hi everybody. So this is a webinar sponsored by Simpliaxis. So maybe we can start with a quick words about this certification, about me, before we move into the main topic. I want to talk a bit. So our topic today is Scrum from the point of view of development and DevOps. Right. So let me just have a look quickly. We are going to work with a tool called Miro. And this is the main tool that we are using in our trainings. And it's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can see how it looks like when we work and we do our training. So this is the board. So a quick word about the CSD certification. So many of you might know the CSM, CSPO certification. You know, these Scrum Alliance. So Scrum Alliance is known for the Certified Scrum Master certification, right? So when the whole certification thing started, this was around 10-15 years ago, when Scrum started becoming popular, when the organization started taking interest in Scrum, they thought, of course we want to invest. Who do we want to invest in? Scrum team has Scrum Master, Product Owner, and the developers. So they thought, let's invest in Scrum Master, because people think, well, that's the closest thing to management, isn't it? So they created the Certified Scrum Master, and it was a huge success and got very popular. And then they also thought, well, we also need to know about product ownership. So they started investing into these guys because they thought, well, it's closer to management, makes sense. But what they don't know is that in a Scrum team, you don't have a hierarchy. We're talking about 3 accountabilities. So it's like one team, really. And so nobody thought about the developers. It's kind of like, well, and developers, don't they deserve a training? And what I'm going to show you today is that the developers, they need a certain set of skills that a traditional developer does not have. We're talking about very specific challenges, and this void is what the CSD is now trying to fill, right? And I happen to be part of that committee from Scrum Alliance who reformulated the CSD track. So we have now the CSD, the entry certification. So you need to so a training course, as you know how it works with Scrum Alliance, it's a 2-day entry-level training where you learn Scrum, and the real Scrum, not the tree-hugging kind of Scrum. I mean, we need to be, the team needs to understand how it really works. And there's so much confusion in the market. And so the thing is, so the Scrum Alliance and the trainings from Scrum Alliance, these are the trainings that are based on Scrum as defined by the founding fathers of Scrum. So we talk Jeff Sutherland, Ken Schwaber, right? And so this is the most important certification body that there is. So then we have the advanced training courses, which CSD, where we go deeper really in the programming techniques. But the CSD also explains the principles and the skills that you need. So we're talking things like, I included some screenshots here. So this is me. So I work very much a lot with a flip chart, right? So you see me doing the magic. So we need to understand, for example, for the developers, how do we split? We have these big items that we have to implement, but suddenly the poor guys, they have to deliver things in like 2 weeks. So we have to take the big stuff and cut it down into small stuff. and still deliver value. So this is not trivial. If you come from a traditional development background, this sounds a bit scary, but it isn't. It's a cool thing, but you have to train this a little bit, right? So we also discussed then what are the architectures that most fit for this kind of development. So how can you deliver an architecture in increments? That's an interesting question, isn't it? So then we're talking about the skills like code refactoring, and I also like, you know, this magic stuff like pair programming. Well, that's a strange thing. How can we work well together, coding together with one keyboard? Strange. Anyway, you have to try it out, right, to really understand and feel how it works. Then we have the things like TDD and BDD and these techniques. So it's quite something that you have to wrap your head around. So this is one thing. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about DevOps. So, right, DevOps and Scrum, is it something different? What do you know about these things? But before that, let's start using the mirror. Okay, so it's really easy. And we're going to train with the following small exercise. So your Agile journey board. So what I would like you to do is to follow. Take here, on the left side, you see here the stickies. You see the tools, a toolbox. And I want you to click on that one, which is the sticky note. You know, whenever we're talking Agile stuff, we need stickies. Without stickies, no Agile. I'm just joking, right? But agility is known for the cool stickies. So we have this in the Agile, in the virtual space tool. So just click here, and you can choose a color, right? Let's take this one here. And then you just click where you want it to be. Click. So just click and start writing, start typing. So I'm going to type my name. So it's Axel. And I would like you to put down the main technical platform that you are using, that you're most familiar with. So for example, in my case, I'm a Java programmer. So I'm going to put like Java here. And I have 20+ years of experience with that stuff. Okay, so that's the first thing. Then I want you to position that sticky on this diagram. And we have two axes. We have the agility axis. So if I'm a beginner, I would put my post-it to the left. If I think I am like an expert, I'm going to be more to the right, okay? On the other hand, I would like to know how much is your IT experience. So if you are a beginner, then you will be below. If you are more experienced, you will move up. Okay, so put your sticky wherever you think that you belong, right? So as me being a trainer, I'm putting myself as an expert and I'm 20+, so I'm kind of here, right? So I suppose like maybe here where you are a guru, maybe Bill Gates, you are here, right? So anyway, so I'm here, kind of here. Right, so yes, fantastic. Fantastic. So we have we have a C++ programmer. Okay, cool. Oh, we have a SQL, C++, PHP. Cool. So if you participate in the CSD training, you will have like, I will teach you the real basis, or what you need to know for real Scrum. And then we have this introduction to the skills for programming and quality. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. Let's move. So you see, it's easy, isn't it? Easy tool. Let's move to the next board. And I would like to know, and and I have another cool tool. I can drag you guys to me here. As the board owner, I can do this. Yeah. And then we have some specific topics. We have topics about collaboration, team dynamics. What do you want to know about architecture, design? What do you want to know about refactoring, TDD, test-driven development? And how about continuous integration? Right? Yes. So CSD different from CSM. Well, the thing is, a CSM training focuses on the Scrum Master role, all the skills that you need as a Scrum Master, right? And Scrum Master, and people often confound the Scrum Master with project manager. It's completely different. The Scrum Master is not someone who is responsible or accountable like a project manager. A Scrum Master is someone in the team to help the team grow, right? To learn to become, to grow as professionals in that trade, but also to grow as a team. So, and as a Scrum Master, you have used different kind of skills. For example, you use coaching, you use facilitation. So it has really nothing to do with a project manager. Totally different ball game, right? Because Scrum is about product development. Product development. So we're talking about creating new products, innovate. It's a bespoke product. Project management is about delivering a plan, delivering against a plan to deliver to create whatever is defined in that plan. And yet the project manager who is accountable for that. And so it's really different. Project, you know what you want to deliver. In a product, you know what you need, the solution you need to create, but you don't know exactly how to do it. So it's discovery work, right? So this makes it really different and makes it really interesting. So that's just quick comment. And so the CSD is different because what CSM, it's about Scrum Mastery, right? What tools do you use as a Scrum Master? So for example, that coach, what I said, developers. So the CSD focuses on the developer's perspective. So it's really about, well, how is that to work in a self-managed team with your colleagues? So what are the team dynamics? How do I collaborate, right? What specific practices do we need? So we're talking about, for example, pair programming. How can you closely collaborate with someone? You don't have a hierarchy. You're all the same level, right? So you need, so we're going to talk a little bit, so in a minute we talk about DevOps and stuff. So you need to have specific skills for that. And that's the focus of the CSD, right? And okay, so how does it fit with Safe Agile? So Safe is just another framework that I'm not really very fond of, but it's kind of a more or less a little bit agile way of doing things. And they also need these skills. You have the same challenges. The challenges of a developer is to deliver small pieces of value each iteration, each sprint, and that makes it a bit difficult, right? Okay, let's see. Maybe we have a quick look. Here. So collaboration. The team always listens to the boss and not too much to the Scrum Master. So as I see here, there are a couple of challenges here. Because, as I mentioned, in a Scrum team, you don't have a boss. You are co-responsible. You are accountable as a whole team, right? And the Scrum Master is not your boss either, right? It's about you. Let's say, as we all develop, it's for us to grow up and take our responsibility as one team, and that makes it also a challenge. Have to learn. Sometimes you have to relearn this, right? Before it was always kind of easy because you had someone who told you what to do. Now you only have the goal, right? And you have to figure out how to do these things, right? So it's a whole different ball game here, right? So architecture design, what role does the Scrum Master play here? So the Scrum Master, regarding architecture and design, not really so much. As a Scrum Master, you don't need technical skills. It might be good if you have them, but it's not the focus, right? So So what can the Scrum Master do? The Scrum Master can help facilitate. So when you have the team and you're kind of you're not sure what design to use or what architecture to use. So as a Scrum Master, you can help to facilitate that discussion. So that would be like what you can do as a Scrum Master, but you are not the guy telling what to do, right? Because they all have the responsibility now, right? Okay, let's see quickly here. Can you become a Scrum Master without IT background? Yes, you can, definitely, right? You can. It is always good as a Scrum Master to understand the challenges of developers. So this is why I would recommend the training, even if you are a Scrum Master and even if you want to become a developer. To understand these challenges and the basic skills can help you, right? So when I work as a Scrum Master, I know these techniques. I know how to focus on quality. I know how these TDD things work. So I can teach you that even if I don't know your programming language. I don't need to know PHP to teach you how to do TDD with PHP. Doesn't really matter what language you use, right? So that's a skill that you can also develop. So how to test a program? This is something that we discuss in the training. This is very specific. So TDD is starting with a test program. Yeah, so basically with TDD, that's exactly what you do. You don't start developing the solution. You wait and you say, yeah, wait, before I develop this, how can I test it? So you start writing the tests before, and then to say, okay, these tests, they test exactly the behavior that I expect. And now I can write the program, right? So that's the idea.